Hey guys, what's up? This is Legit Cupcake 260, and I haven't done a video in, wow, a month, according to my profile. So I'm doing one now. This video was by request. It's about different art supplies to use and how to get started for new artists. So I'm going to help you, give you tips and stuff to, different things you can use. So, colored pencils so for sketching, my first thing on the list is these, just to get started to the video. These are Coloris. They're 24 set. I paid about $13 for 24, which is a pretty good deal. And I use them mainly for sketching, and they're good to color with. They're not as good as the softcore, but I use them just for sketching in my sketchbook, so I do recommend these. And they only have up to 24 colors, and here they all are, all different colors. So I recommend those for sketching, and that's good. I would say also for sketching, mechanical pencil. Hold on. Let me get my mechanical pencil. You don't have to get a fancy one. You could just get like any kind of mechanical pencil. Just get some lead for it, and it works out good. These are just different paper samples I have to take out for you guys. Where did I put it? Okay, here we go. Sorry guys, I'm back. These are different paper samples. I might be doing that in part 2. This is a mechanical pencil. I paid about $13 for it. Like I said, you don't have to get one that's this fancy. It's a Pentel 0.7, a Graph Gear 500. I really like it. It's great for sketching and stuff, just lightly. And I just got Pentel lead here. I just put it there. What else? So, like I said, you could just get any inexpensive one. I'm just trying to find an expensive one that I have. Like, here's one. I have like just a simple plastic one that I've been using for the longest time. So like I said, you don't have to get fancy in the beginning. You could still do great art with cheap art supplies. If you're just getting, like, I do recommend more expensive things, but when you're getting started, and also, art is very expensive with supplies and stuff, so yes, I say to invest, but if you are just starting out, you don't need to start with the professional stuff just yet, until like you get the hang of techniques and practicing. So that's why I'm here with this video. And here's another thing. This is newsprint paper. You can go whatever brand you want, but this is Pro Art. I usually get the Strathmore, but I happen to have this in the house. So it's a 9x12. I think it's a great paper to start with. Definitely, if you're practicing different techniques and stuff, this is the paper. Even if you get like a sketchbook just to do rough things, it's good. It's good to get a sketchbook, but if you want to like experiment with markers or any other thing, I would say that newsprint. So this is what it looks like. It looks like this, and it works great with watercolor. So if you are looking into exploring watercolor, this is great paper to start with, because let's face it, watercolor, you get like what, 15, 20 sheets per book, and that gets to be expensive, especially if you're starting out. So this is a good alternative. Newsprint, it's really cheap. You can get, like, I have a book of 100, and it's like an 18x24 book that I got for $8. So it's really affordable to get, and it works great. I will be using newsprint to show you different watercolor techniques in another video, so I will show you how this works. Next on my list. Okay, so if you're looking into, I'm going to say, hold on, illustration markers. They can get expensive, but I do recommend you invest in that. So I'm just getting the ones that I have. I only have 3 different types. Sharpie, which you can... Sharpie is probably a really good one to start off with. You know, if you're just practicing. So, if you're starting out, I'd recommend Sharpie. If you're a little more experienced, I would say Microns. These are great. They come in all different sizes. Like, for example, this one is an 02. So these are really good. And they come in different colors. Like, this is a purple one. I know you can't really tell that it's a purple one, but it is. So you can get them all different colors. And same with the Prismas. These are all different illustration markers. So this is 01. And, like, they have all different tips on them and stuff. These right here I love. They're Copics. This is an A2 set. These are my main go-tos at the moment. I really like them a lot. So they come in all different sizes. Copics are refillable, but these particular liners are not. Because I wanted to see how I liked them before I go get ones that are refillable. Which I do really love these, so I'm probably going to get a refillable set. But they are a lot more expensive. Like this I paid $20 for 6, 7 pens, which is a lot of money. So, but they are really good if you're becoming more advanced and more experienced. I would recommend that. What else do I have here? Oh, and another tool to get, and it's really cheap. Faber-Castell art erasers. These are great. These are great for working in pencil for shading. And also, don't worry, guys, because I am going to do a video, just as a note before I keep going. I'm going to be doing a video experimenting with these supplies and showing you what things you can do to practice. So I will be adding videos in like that, in that choosing what art supplies work. I don't think I'm going to be doing that paper testing one anymore, unless you guys want me to continue it. But for now, I'm going to go with this route. So if you like this, that's where I'll be going with it. So anyway, let's get back. And I will be doing these videos in parts because these get really long. This one might be about a 20-minute one. And then I'll move into techniques and stuff. Anyway, this is the art erasers. These are like for pencils, charcoals, pastels. It cleans up, like what I use them for is like when you're shading and you need to kind of make shadows and highlights. These are great. And this is like a 2-set for like $3-4. So they are really cheap and they're kneaded erasers. So I wonder if I have an open one that I could show you guys what they look like when they're open. So I really don't want to open that one because I know I have one that's open. I don't want to be looking for it the whole time. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. My drawers are very unorganized, so I really don't know where anything is. I just got these new sets. I really have to figure out where I put everything. Well, that's okay. The point is, they're very flexible. They're like clay, I would say. Because like you roll them up, you adjust them to help you. I mainly also use these is when I do like a quick pencil sketch. I use it to fade out the pencil lines to the point where I can still see them, but yet not erasing them completely. So that's what I use those for. What else? Let's move on to, oh yeah, so that's about pencils. You know what, I'm going to get into, next, colored pencils. You know what, you know what, forget it. I'm doing colored pencils in its own part. No, because colored pencils I have so many different brands, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all of them. I'll see how it goes. Let me go for markers first. If I have time, I'm going to come around to colored pencils the rest of the way. Okay, so I'm reaching over. If you want to lift this up. These are my Spectrum Noirs. I got them on sale, so that's why I have so many. I got every single 6 set that they purchased, that they own, that they have on the market. Here they are. They're great. These are great markers. I got 6 of them for $7 per set. So you get 6 of these I got them for $7. That's because I had a sale, usually like $15. But also you can go and like use a coupon and stuff and you get them for a good deal. So it's not hard. Copics are another story, but I'll get to those in a minute. So these are Spectrum Noirs. I mainly use these for concept sketching. Especially, I'll show you my concept scheme. Here we go. So let me get into that real quick. These I use for concept sketching, which if you want me to do a video on how I concept sketch, let me know. But I learned from Dramatic Parrot, so thank you so much for your video. It was very helpful. Except I took the colors that she used Copics. I used these Spectrum Noir ones because I didn't want to go out and buy more Copics. Because I figured I have all these, why not use these? But anyway, they're great. They have a bullet tip and a chisel. If you want a brush tip, you could buy them. It's optional to change the tip, but it does get expensive, especially if you're starting out. So these are great. They have like these grips, and they're really nice. They're really nice markers, and they're refillable. So remember that. So you buy it's nice that they were fillable. So yeah, I would show you you know what? Let me see if I have an example of a concept sketch. Let me see if I have. Oh, here's one. I'm just pulling one out now. This is an example of a concept sketch that I used the Col-Erase colored pencils and these markers that I just showed you. So that's a concept sketch that I do. So, like I said, if you want a tutorial on it, let me know, because I will be more than happy to do that. Let's get to the next most expensive markers, and that's where all my blending mediums went, which I'll get into in another time. Oh god, all my colored pencils. Okay, so I'm getting my Prismacolors. I have over 100, so obviously I can't take them all out. Okay, so these are my Prismacolors. I haven't used them actually in a while. I really should, but well, I just took out a couple to just give you a sample. Oh, I have and they come in chisel and brush tip. I do recommend Prismacolor if you're starting out. If you want, like, a brush tip, I recommend Spectrum Noirs if you want a chisel and you're starting out. I think these are great. That's what it looks like, the chisel. I mean, you can always buy the Prismacolor chisels, but the problem is once you run out of ink, you have to throw them out. Where Spectrum Noirs, they're refillable. But if you're just starting out, I mean, I would say Prismacolor. This one has a brush tip and a bullet tip. I love brush tips. I think they're my favorites. So this is like a pretty good, if you go on Amazon, you can get these at a good price. So it comes with a bullet tip and a brush. Then these are just like the Spectrums, chisel, and bullet. So these are a great marker to start out with. You can get like a set of 24 on Amazon for like $60. It's a lot of money. Spectrum Noirs, in a way, if you get a set of 6, it's cheaper. If you get 2 sets of 6, you spend about $14 when you get them on sale. So that's the only thing. That's the problem, guys. Art supplies are expensive. I'm just trying to help you guys find the best alternative for you. But if you are looking for things more expensive, I am going to bring that up. Another cool thing is Copics. I can't tell you how much I love these. Once you use Copics, you never want to go back. They are a great investment, but no, if you're not really that experienced at markers, I recommend trying something else before you get a really expensive set like this. Because, you want to test it out, see if you like it, that kind of thing. Okay, so it comes in this set. They're made in Japan. They are the most incredible marker I ever used. These are my colors. I just got a 24 basic set here. And they're just great. I mean, oh my god, they're amazing. So this is my brush. And it comes with a chisel on the other side, which I love. Because I have my bullet ones, but when I want a chisel, I have brush and chisel on one marker. And they're odor-free. Also, the Spectrum Noirs are odor-free. Not the Prismas have odor. So if you do mind the odor, then you probably want to go with either Spectrums or Copics if you are more advanced. But I'm saying if you're not that far advanced, but you're looking to invest in something, this is definitely something to think about. So just so you know. And my secret to highlights with markers is this right here. It's an Uniball Signo. They have the Jelly Rolls, the Sakura, which are Sakura. Those are really great too. This was just one I got randomly at AC Moore because they didn't have any Sakuras. But yeah, so it's just like a little pen like this. It makes highlights and stuff. And I used it actually in my concept sketch. So that's another great tool. What else? Okay, so, alright, I have 13 minutes. This is already 13 minutes in. Alright, well, you know what? I'll go over watercolor. I'll go over it while I'm here. And I'll tell you guys about Lightbox in part 2, because that's going to be a whole nother thing. So I'll get into watercolor. Watercolor, I told you guys in the beginning, newsprint, if you're starting out. And I would also recommend getting this pad. It's actually not that expensive. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I probably spent no more than $10. Because I coupon everything, guys, so just note that I coupon everything. It's 200 series. It's paper for practice. It gives you 30. That's a 9x12. So these are just some things I did in it. These are just some random techniques that I was testing out. So, yeah, it's a really great paper to practice. These are just different washes that I practice doing. So I use it to practice different techniques and stuff. So, if you are a little more advanced and you're looking for a book, that's a good one. Or you can just get both. For paints, this is the one I highly recommend, and it's a good price. These are Artist Loft. They're from Michaels. It's Artist Loft, which is Michaels' brand. I've had these for, I can't tell you how many years. Let me open them, and they come with all these different colors. It's a great set, and even though I have a lot of experience and I can buy expensive stuff, I still turn to these. I love them that much, and they're pretty. What I spend, like $8 on this whole set, which isn't bad. Which isn't bad, guys. So it's Artist Loft. It's a great set. Too bad I don't have tags on it or anything anymore. Just like a little hanging thing. But they're great. I've been using them for years. Next. One other thing I recommend is getting books out of the library. If you can't afford to buy books, you could buy your own, but I recommend going to the library and finding some drawing books and going on, like, that's how I learned. I learned from YouTube how to draw, different online websites, and I learned mainly from books. Now I'm in art school and now I'm learning, but when I did start out, that's what I did. I read books. So keep that in mind. And if you need any recommendations for books to draw in, I am more than happy to give them to you. Okay, next set. Prismacolor again. You don't have to buy these particular ones. They're watercolor pencils. So what they do is they work with water. They're not just soft core. So here they are. And I'm sorry that I'm jumping around, guys, to all different mediums. It's just that I want to make sure, I don't know. I'm just trying to, I really didn't plan this, so. Anyway, these are watercolor ones. So you can color, and then you put water on them, and they come out like watercolor paint. Or you can paint you can get the top wet, like dip it, and then you can draw. So that's what these are for. You don't have to buy Prismacolor brands. There are plenty of brands out there. If I had to, this is something I would probably invest in, watercolor pencils, because when you buy the cheap ones, they really don't work that well. It's kind of something where you should invest. If you want to invest in a set, I would recommend Derwent Inktense. I don't know where I put them at the moment. Oh wait, I do know where I put them. And I'll get into paintbrushes soon too. These are my Derwent water-soluble colored pencils, except for that one. That's my Blackwing, which I'll get into another time probably. Probably not today. I don't know. Maybe I will today. I'm not sure. Sorry guys, I'm full of stuff. These are Derwent Metallics, and what's cool about them is you can use them as a regular pencil, And plus, you can paint with them. So those are fun. Inktense, same thing. You can draw with them if you want to just have them as a regular drawing pencil, and then you can paint with them. You can even just draw on your paper and then use water and do that. So they're great. These are a great investment. I don't know what happened to the box, but I would say, guys, if you want to try out like the colored pencils and stuff, get a 12 set first. That way you can kind of see if you like it or not. You can kind of get a sample, and then you could buy more as you know that you like them. Okay, I'm going to move on to paintbrushes that I think would be cool to start off with. These are the paintbrushes I've been using right now. These are great for if you're a traveler and you want to paint. These are great. They're Derwents. The number 1 has a tip like this. It's like a thin tip. These are really great to start out with because these are like the main brushes that you use when you first start. And what's nice is that the water is already in the brush. So these are great. This is a great starter kit. I got it on Amazon. I spent like $15 for 3. It was just kind of a lot. But instead, I do recommend those for advanced people. People who are more advanced, or if you're just looking for something to travel with. Or you could just buy the brand Royal or Princeton for painting. So this is a Princeton. They call it a fan brush. I forgot the real name for it, but I call it a fan brush. It's very nice. It's good for textures and it's good. I use it for backgrounds. That's what I use it for. And of course, you know how to work that with water and everything. Just trying to see where the rest of mine went. I was out today, so I brought all my stuff with me. I think that's everything so far. Did I bring an extra? No, I didn't. Oh, right, I didn't. This is just a cheap one. This is Reeves. Cheap brush, but it's good. For brushes, guys, I would say don't go cheap. I'm going to say go moderate. Like, go with something that's not really, really cheap, like, or something you don't have to go really expensive either. Like, I'm right in the middle with that. I'll show you the difference in a sec. These are Royals. I love that these aren't like a plastic barrel. They're like, well, they are plastic, but they don't have like this coating. They have this coating, and I'm not crazy about that. Because then, like, when you oil paint, it comes right off the coating, so that's why I use these. Here is a brush this is the difference I'm going to show you when you're shopping for brushes to watch out for. This is a Nicole brush. I don't recommend them. Look at this. Look at these bristles. They hardly move in my hand, and they're all, like, hard, and they actually shed while I'm painting. So you have to watch out for that when you buy brushes. See, they're very soft. And see, like, they don't have that same hard texture. Like, here, look at the difference on my camera. So you can kind of see the difference. Or if you want to see the difference with the square brush, here's the difference. Well, I use angled. I really don't use square brushes, but I do recommend you get a square brush. So yeah, I recommend you invest more in that. What else? 22 minutes. Okay. I guess I can get into drawing pencils at another time. I mean, that's a whole nother lesson. But, you know what? You know what, guys? I'm going to get going. But I am going to recommend one more thing before I go. Because I forgot to recommend it in the beginning. Colorless Blender. When you're working with colored pencils or markers or water-soluble colored pencils, this Colorless Blender is multi-purpose. You can either get a brush one like this, or you can get a chisel tip. And this one is double-sided. It's Prismacolor. So say like I wanna paint something. Here, you know what? I'll show you a sample of what I'm talking about. I was trying not to show samples in this video, but I'm going to anyway. Here's a swatch of green. Now, if I don't have water around, I can use this Color Splendor and watch what happens. It makes it look like watercolor paint. So that's just an example of how they work. Like I said, I will be doing demos on how all this stuff works. So don't feel like, oh my god, that's great that I know the supplies, but what do I do with them? Okay, you know what? One more thing. Sorry, guys. Oh, I didn't go over that either. I should have went over different books and stuff. You know what? I'm going to have to do that. Sorry, guys. This is a really long video. Okay, different books. Strathmore Sketchbook. This is a great starter. Like, this is just like... This is a good... This is a big size. I feel like it's good to experiment on big books. Yeah, these are for clients and stuff, guys. So don't mind my rainbow. Like, this is like just regular stuff, client work, just random drawings and stuff. And it's 100 sheets, and it's a fine-tooth surface. It's a great paper for drawing media and stuff. Like, newsprint's great too, but I do like sketch paper for like random sketches with pencils and stuff. You know, one day I will go through pencils and like different shading pencils and what works best. I'm gonna have to do that in its own video because it's just gonna take too long. And same thing with the colored pencils. I'm sorry that I couldn't fit them in today, guys. It's a lot to fill in. So trust me, I will be doing a part 2 after this video. So after I post this one, then next day I'll make one on just colored pencils. So I apologize I didn't get to it. My next tip is marker paper. So if you are working with markers, marker paper is great. It's kind of like a sketchbook, but for markers. And look, it's like translucent paper. It's great. It's a great paper. It's a Strathmore marker for layout, rough comps, and renderings. So that's a great pad to start with. So those are 3 great books to start out with. So just to recap, marker, sketch, and newsprint. 3 great books, and you can get them pretty cheap. So when you're starting out, yeah, I think that's it for now. Because like I said, I'm going to have to do a part 2 with the colored pencils, because that's a class in itself for me. Because I can't tell you, I have like so many different brands of colored pencils. It's crazy to go through all of them. So I have to do that in its own video. But I hope this helped. But one more thing. Sorry, guys. This is a Blackwing Palomino. These are very expensive. But it's a great sketching pencil. It reminds me of Prismacolor Ebony. So they're just great for shading. And you can go really light with them, they go light, and you can go dark with them, they go dark. So these are a really great pencil to sketch with. I wouldn't really recommend them too much for shading, but sketching they're great. Or this one. This one reminds me of the Blackwing, because Blackwings are really expensive, guys. So you might want to go with this. It's General Drawing. It's got like a light texture, and then it goes dark, depending on your pressure. I still feel like the other ones run smoother, the Blackwings, but these are a good ones too. Those are good for sketching, the drawing pencils. Those are really good. And here's my kneaded eraser that I've been looking for. Okay, this is a kneaded eraser, so this will be the last thing I do, because I was going to take out an ebony pencil, but I think you can see what it is. I think you've heard of it. And I'll have to go over blending stumps in another video. So I might save that. But Prismacolor Ebony is a great pencil. But don't use it for drawing. Just use it for shading. Just so you know. Okay, so we were talking about these in the beginning. This is what it looks like when it's opened. Obviously, I've used it. They are flexible. You can roll them up in balls and stuff. And they make all different shapes. If you want a fine point, you got a fine point. So these are really great to have when you're using pencils and stuff. So I will be doing samples on all this stuff, but I am going to be, like I said, I'm going to be doing the part 2 on the colored pencils, what good ones to get and use. So, and I will be repeating part of the stuff I did with some of the colored pencils I went over today. So I will be repeating that. Okay, guys? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. And trust me, I'll have more videos coming on this topic. And please comment if there's anything that you want me to do, because anything you want me to buy to test out, you know, whatever you want, please give me requests. I beg you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. And I forgot the subscriber's name, but I'll link her to the description. She's the one who really wanted this video and requested it through Bailey J, but Bailey J couldn't get to it. So I decided to answer her question. So I'll put a link to check her out, because I thank her for letting me do this video for her and to help her out. And I hope this helps other people. So thank you guys. Bye.